There we go. Okay. Hello. Yeah, everything is where it's supposed to be, I believe. Am I heard? Can you hear me? I'm a massive fan. I'm just a very silent one. That's fair. Hello, Nun. Stream is starting a little later than I usually have it. We are back to working on dragon plushies, though. You have Skittles? Nice. Yeah. I got legs done, so we got all the scale detailing sewn in. Their bodies on the floor again. There's their head. They have no eyes yet, but I'll do that later. They're in noodle stage. They have no limbs. At least not yet. They're just so cool. I just made a new dragon puppet. Nice. I would love to attempt a dragon puppet one day. Just for fun. Just to do it. I think it'd be fun. From what I've seen, the proper way to do it is probably with cardstock, or I could also just go the EVA route, which honestly would probably work better. And he's already broke. Dang. It could be fun if you have like 10 hours. I mean, that just means like it's a weekend. I don't think it'll take me 10 hours to make a puppet. I just have to. Well, I mean, designing one will be no issue. I make designs for a million things all the time. If that's what's supposed to take so long, that'll be a breeze. Making the puppet itself, also probably not that long. I've seen how you. I just have to, like, the real thing I just have to do is make like the little like thing that you put all like the dragon stuff on, like little. What do I call this? Like the actual like puppet part of the puppet. Just, I think it's just like origami, is it not? I saw a video on it somewhere at some point in time. I can't stick around, unfortunately, as my internet sucks. It's not letting me watch the stream. No. Eh. There it goes. Oh gosh, people talking. Yeah. It only took me like 4 to 5 hours because I decided to start crafting at 10 p.m. The actual puppet vid of the puppet is, yeah, the base, that's what I was looking for. Only 2 watching this, it deserves more people watching. Thank you for the sub, Shy. Hello. I don't know how to pronounce your name. And agree that that's the hard part. I suggest using cardboard, because the process is so much easier and quicker. See you, none. Anyway, we're making toe beans for the dragon plushie today, as they need their toes. I don't know if I stuffed this one enough. Sewing these closed, I feel like, is weirdly annoying. I don't know why. It shouldn't be. It's because they, like, curve in on themselves. I'm trying to stitch them closed. Oh, come on. There it goes. Come on. Why are you getting tangled now? Thank you for stopping in, Wendigo. It's 3. Hello. Hello, Blueberry. We are working on a dragon plushie. These are the toes for the plushie. That's the bottom of the feet. They're not done yet. I still have to actual beams of the toes. I'm currently trying to make a bat wing hoodie. That's interesting. Are you like putting bat wings on a hoodie, or are you like making the whole hoodie? Okay. More stuffing. Yes, the underarms. There will be like, okay, that's cool. You gonna put like little ears on it too? What? I want to put ears on it, but I don't know if I have the right color of fabric for the hoodie. Isn't it just black? I would suggest just using like mochi minky. That'd be your best fabric for both the wings and the little ears. Just get like some black and like some pink. Like, something along those lines. Hello. I'm doing green because, well, I don't. It just felt like green bat. Hello, Cody. You just like green? That's fair. Hello, Lilith. Are you German? No, I don't think I sound German. Oh good, I'm missing people. Hello, we're working on making a commission for a massive plushie. I'm not a Therian, nor do I play Roblox. Nor do I really care. Man, I even put, like, furry and fursuit maker in my bio so people would stop assuming I'm a Therian somehow, and it still is getting missed. Look at the beans. Hello, Jazzy. kinda missing what people are saying. Where is the shrimp? Oh, where's Shrimp? There's Shrimp. There he is. Hello, new people. We're on a dragon plushie. I should actually put the thing. Where's the... Let me do this. Let's see. Let me just do that. My plushie commissions are not open yet. You love the persona I made? Which one? Which persona? You will know when my plushie commissions reopen. This is the one for Jade. Jade's also getting one of the shark tails for me as well. That did not cut. There it goes. Look at the toe beans. The toes. All of my personas, fair enough. God, this needle is flimsy. It is already... I might switch my needle and get a thicker one. I do not need a needle that is this flimsy. Hello! I've not seen you in forever. I believe you should know the Jade who commissioned me. Have I made raccoons? I have not made anything raccoon related, as I've not been commissioned to do so. I have the answer to what I'm making though up on the stream this time, because it got really annoying last time. Okay, now we gotta do the fun part of how I make the beans look like beans. Actually, I should probably stuff that bottom one. I don't even know how to stuff these like super tiny parts. I'm making a fursuit, not this time. We're working on a plushie. Or again, you could read the screen. It says it right there. Okay, let's try this. If I even can. Well, it's always worth an attempt. It's just such a small little hole. It's kind of hard to stuff it with anything. don't really think it's worth to even stuff this. It is stuffing though, kinda. Barely. I've seen some of your fursuits. Thank you. I'm glad you think I'm cool, Denki. And this is just, nah, it's not worth attempting to stuff this. I'll like put some stuffing in there, but I'm not gonna sew it closed. It's not worth trying. There we go. That's good enough. Alright. I don't know if I've got enough thread to do this the full way. We'll figure it out though. Okay. If I can remember how I did this the first few times. This is how I'm gonna make the paw pads actually look like paw pads. Okay. Did that line up? Kinda. Mm. Boo. Can you see the plushie? What? Oh, doing thread detailing? Thread sculpting? Yeah, if I don't do it properly, it's gonna look weird though, like what I just did. Oh well, I'll redo it. He's fine. Dirtier needle right now anyway. Where is that? There it goes. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get a sturdier needle. The rest of the plushie is on the floor right here. That's its face. That's its body. These are gonna be legs. That's the back leg. Do you know what a Therian is? Yes, I do. I am not one. Oh god, no, not the MHA fans. Ugh. The moment either one of you starts role-playing in the chat, you're both getting banned. I'm not dealing with that again. These should be thicker, hopefully. Because my needle is actively bending. Too small. Let's see. I see the one I want. Let's go. Let's go with one of those. That's a lot thicker. There we go. I'm a Therian. Do you hate Therians? I just said no. Yeah, look how fast my needle warped itself. If I can focus. See how thin that is? Compared to that one? Jesus. Crappy needles. Big no. There we go. Okay, let's try this again. Thicker needle will work better. Okay. I honestly might start in the middle. I usually don't, but it'll line it up. Hello, I do see you. If I can push the... There it goes. Okay. That line up? I think so. Okay, that should work. If I pull it, there we go. That's what I want. Hello. I don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry. Just call you Cheese? Will do. I have to put a lot of tension on this, or else it's not gonna look how it... Should be good enough. There we go. Toes. Gotta do it to the other 3. Okay, I'm gonna start on the small one. Hopefully, it'll work better than the first time. I just need to line it up properly. Welcome back, Dinky. My day's been pretty good. Oh, dang it, why? My hands are sweaty. There we go. That looks a lot better. Not much happened while while you were gone. You just watched me. Yeah, this guy is nowhere near done yet. They're pretty close, but not quite there. The main is mostly over since I got the body done. So, he has no eyes, at least not yet. Or legs. He also has no legs. We're working on the legs. These are the bottoms of his feet. These are my fursuits? Which ones? Hey, look at the toes. I know, they requested it to be... The actual length of this entire thing is exactly 6 feet. That is how big it is. Per Jade's request, they're like, I want it to be big. I'm like, how big? And they're like, at least 6 feet, at a minimum. Like, oh, okay. My favorite? Well, we got shrimp. Shrimp is right there. That's old shrimp. This is new shrimp. This is a commission right here. This is my main suit. He's the main boy. This is Lycan. I don't show Lycan very often. He's got all those electronic wires under him. Yeah. That's part of shrimp. There you go. Thank you for the sub. What is the cost of it? Of the plushie? It's very them. It's very them indeed. Hello. Hello, your local alts. Alright. Feet. This guy was about $450 is how much they paid. For a plushie of this size. Hello, pancake mix. That's my new favorite. That's my new favorite tag so far. Yeah, this guy is also weighted, so there's that as well. And so this guy has wings. They're over there on the floor. He's got 2 sets of wings. That's gonna be fun. But they've been quite the journey to work on so far. Line this up perfectly. Can you play this? I'm not playing song requests, so I don't get copyright striked. I have copyright-free music going in the background for a reason. What am I making? You can read the screen. Looks so fun. It it takes a while. Alright. Other side. Oh, come on. Don't do that. Thread sculpting. I find it very annoying because half of the time your thread snaps and the other half it just does not look right. Every once in a while it'll look right, but eh. It's just annoying. It looks cool though, but you have to put a lot of tension on it, but not too much tension or else your thread breaks, and you can't stuff it too much or else you won't see anything. I've also not had very much practice with thread sculpting either, mostly because I've never really needed to do anything with thread sculpting. But I would love to figure out how to do it better. Is that a paw? Yes, these are the paw pads for the plushie. This is for the very, very big plushie. These are the back feet. These are the front feet. That's where before I put in the toes. That one did not turn out too good. I mean, you can see the toes, but meh. Thank you for stopping in. As you can see on the screen. Jesus Christ. I've done thread sculpting on a few tiny plushy feet. I imagine thread being is much more common on something that big. It's more, I mean, depending on whatever project you're doing that involves a lot of tension in your thread is a lot more likely to snap no matter what. Like, I've had my thread snap when I'm just doing, like, a normal blanket stitch before, and I can't remember the reasons as to why, but it did. The other thing I've had my thread snap on is when I'm doing a ladder stitch, which is one of the reasons why I hate doing ladder stitches. Hello, severely confused popsicle. I think you've taken the cake now. You're now my favorite. Yeah. I've seen people who, like, ladder stitch so many parts of plushies together, and I just don't understand how they've kept their sanity in doing so. Like, I will do a I will if it means I can ladder stitch it, but I could also blanket stitch it and you won't see it anyway, I'm going to I hate the ladder stitch. It is so annoying. I've seen some people do thread sculpting on the faces, and I don't exactly know what they did. I've never seen, like, before and afters. I've just heard that it's been mentioned that they, like, did some thread sculpting on, like, the face of the plushies. But, like, what did you do exactly? There we go. Nice. That one turned out a lot nicer. Okay. Hello, Ash. Where did I put my needle? Oh. Just gonna sew in the bottom of the feet. Go. Yeah. So it's a little harder to sew around, like, the, this part because of how, like, tight it is from being stuffed. I don't wanna catch the fabric on the other side. Hello, Alice. Finishing the legs is the goal today. So I mean, you're eating off-brand chicken biscuits. They taste more chickeny than normal. Interesting. Wait, like chicken biscuits is in like the brand, the crackers? Oh god, cadmiums? Hello. Welcome. Yeah, oh, I love those crackers. How are you eating off-brand biscuit crackers? Interesting. Went to an anime convention today? Nice. Which one? It was one in Riverside. I don't know where that is. Nice. I have been given a lot of candy bracelets. I don't know what to do with them. They just kind of sit in a box. Because I don't really like wear that kind of stuff, and I would feel bad getting rid of it, so they just sit in a bag, in a box, where I get all my other trinkets from conventions that people give me. I've been given like little perler bead stuff as well, and like the rubber band bracelets too. I've also been given a bunch of RAM sticks and like a billion stickers. I learned that if you're drawing a dragon, you should make the head smaller, because I used to make the head huge, and now I head smaller, and now all my problems. And it's like, well, you gotta make the head proportionate to the body. That doesn't mean bigger or larger, it means proportionate. Hello. Hello, Skittles. My favorite song? Right now, probably Void. I can't remember the artist. At this exact moment in time. Thank you for the sub. Thank you. And we've had a lot of fluctuating views this time around. However, the fact that we have not gotten someone yelling at me to put a trigger warning is already good enough. Because I'm not putting a trigger warning for scissors and a sewing needle. Hello, Luna. I don't know the artist off the top of my head right now. Can I give you a candy idea? I got no idea, dude. I've never dabbled in like the bracelet making. Someone made me a candy inspired bracelet once, like as like fan art in a way. That was really cool. Someone did also make me into perler beads. That was also a really cool thing to receive. Thank you, Alice. Welcome back. Although I have a calico. I make fursuits. I've never made a Therian mask. I have plans to make like a half-face animal mask at some point, though. It's not exactly like an animal. It's more like a mix of a bunch of different things. You want to hike tomorrow? Nice. Okay, something definitely did not line up here, and I don't know what. What you miss? I don't know. How long have you been gone? Not much. Okay, I'm gonna flip this to see how badly or how well this lined up, because I feel as though it did not do what it was supposed to. Okay. This seems like it did not line up very well. Okay. Those are the scales. That's the bottom of the foot. How is this supposed to line up? I don't even remember. Is it supposed to be that offset? That doesn't seem right. That should not be that offset. I want to try making my own plushie for the first time. Do you have any tips? When it comes to making anything sewing related, do not try and make your own pattern first try. There are plenty of, like, made patterns online that you can find. Some are even free. Always start with a pre-made one first. Just to get a feel for what you're doing. What's your question? Wait, hold on. Where's the body? How badly did this de-align itself? Okay. This is the other side. This is the left back leg. Do furries wear shoes or do they just wear paws? What do you mean? What does that even mean? Okay, that lines up here. Does this fit? Is it supposed to be like that? That seems way too big of an offset. Those cut and stitch plushie panels of fabric are a great place to start too. I don't know what those are. Yes, very floofy. Okay, that's the foot. Does this line up? This is supposed to line up with this. Because this is the bottom of the body. Is this meant to be sewn up more? It might be. Do I sew it to there? The pattern is printed into the fabric with instructions. Oh, I had no idea about these. On streets, or do they wear their fursuit on streets and do the bottom of the paws? Oh, so furries don't wear their fursuits as their skin out in public 24/7. Depending on the suit, if it's a full suit, usually they will have pod feet because they're wearing a full thing. Most fursuits are machine washable in some parts. There's also a vacuum cleaner that you can kind of use. It's kind of a vacuum cleaner. I don't know how to describe what it is. That you can use to wash it. They are absolutely washable and cleanable. That's not what a furry is. I don't know what you missed. Not really. I don't know how to. I continued sewing. That's all you gotta know. This is not a paw. This is a foot. That's the paw right there. There's your paw. This is the leg. We're measuring the back leg to the body hole right here. So as you can see, there's a hole right here. The leg is supposed to go right there. And it needs to line up with the underbelly section. This line right here, this connects to here. This bigger flap folds over and connects to the back of that leg, where that leg hole starts. But I think I sewed something in wrong, specifically on the leg, and I just didn't line something up properly. It's being a little funky. Which happens. It's not uncommon for your pattern to just decide to not line up for some reason. It's fixable, obviously. It's just annoying. Appendage to torso, yep. Okay. I just gotta make sure it lines up, otherwise I'm gonna have a bigger issue. I'm gonna try and pin this just briefly. Where did my pins go? We're just gonna pin it to C to make sure. Because I myself personally do not mark my own patterns, which I probably should do. The pattern for the dragon plushie, I do hopefully plan to make available for purchase later in the future. Per request of many people. Oh gosh. All it takes is zoning out on one seam and it can be game over. I notch patterns, but I make mostly clothes. The pattern itself is notched. I just don't transfer the notches onto the fabric because I find it annoying to do. It usually works itself out in the end. Nothing usually ever lines up too horridly to where, like, I have to, like, start over in entire sections. Most of the time, the pattern will, like, put itself together for you the more you keep working on it. If you do it correctly. Okay, that's the bottom. Okay, I think it'll fit. I might notch this, honestly. Just so that I know. There we go. Yeah, it lines up. It lines up how I want it to. We'll see how bad the front legs turn out. This is just the back. I would not recommend making a plushie of this size as your first attempt. Where'd my other back leg go? That's a front leg. Oh, why is it over there? Okay, putting you back on the ground. Oh my god, hello! I've not seen you in forever. We'll get the moments fair. I'm doing good. Other back foot. Or left or right, what does that mean? What? Are you saying am I left or right-handed? Yeah, I'm right-hand dominant. Woo! However, I do tend to use both my left and my right hand when I am sewing. I can use both when I'm sewing. I just mostly am right-hand dominant. The screen does flip though, so keep that in mind that you're probably seeing me potentially use my left hand, even though I'm actually using my right. As the screen does flip it, so. Greetings. I'm so proud of these scales. These turned out so nicely. And they took forever to stitch in. Last time I was here, almost everybody was left. Oh, why? Greetings, I'm anime watch. Oh god. Average Reddit username. Wait, hold on. Are we supposed to line up? Because something tells me that they were supposed to. Okay, yes they are, which means I did sew this wrong. I knew it. Read the screen. Those were supposed to line up. I knew I did it wrong. Alright, we'll mess with that later. I'm gonna have to cut that out and re-sew it all over again. That's fun. Actually, what I might do is I'm gonna sew the leg first before the foot. That way it's gonna force itself to line itself up. It would have to. No spamming, Alice. I was worried about this happening on the back leg specifically, so it's nice to know that I got that. Trial and error is inevitable. Hello, I love animals. Okay. So I'm gonna sew. What would this be considered? What, the ankle, technically? Anatomy-wise, this would be the ankle? Yeah, okay. According to my original diagram, I sewed this all the way up. So I think I should sew this all the way up. From the ankle. We're gonna do this backwards. It's supposed to connect at the ankle, so we'll just sew up from the ankle. Who are you talking to? Hello, Sky. The wings for this guy are gonna be annoying, because I have to make 4 wings. He's got 2 sets. That's gonna take forever. Dragons are pretty cool. Oh, that's true. Thank you for the reminder, Mushroom. I got several dragons with me right now. If you've been on the stream before, you've probably seen this guy. I'm excited. This suit will be started eventually, I promise. I'll make this guy into a fursuit at some point. But this guy is going to get sold as a pre-made. I'm very proud of his teeth. He's a very nice dragon. Very nice looking face. And then we of course have this guy, the other dragon fursuit. This guy's a commission, so he is not for sale. I'm a fursuit maker, I just said that. Then of course we have shrimp. Everyone loves shrimp. Les bonnets. Also, hello, Victoria. Did you not know June was Pride Month, Alice? My favorite animal? A jerboa. Fun fact, cats are cuter than anything else in the world. Facts. What am I making? Read the screen. I literally put that up there so that people would stop asking, what are you making? What are you making? What are you making? Look at the screen. I like kitchenware? What does that mean? You good. Like, what, do you like eating spoons? Your friend's coming over, nice. Thank you. We just finished making the paw pads for the bottom of the feet, and now we're sewing them to the bottom of the legs. Those are the back feet. These are the front feet / legs. More toes. You eat chapstick? Oh. Yeah, the rest of him's on the floor right now. He's got no limbs. He's getting his limbs. I think I have a very healthy dragon obsession, as you should. Do I sell them? Well, these are commissioned, so people pay me to make custom ones for them. I have no pre-made ones available at the moment. However, the pattern to make these dragons in like the bare minimum size, I am planning to sell the pattern for them. Yeah, please do keep in mind that this pattern is not a beginner pattern. It isn't. If you have never sewed before or have never used a template digitally before, it is not for you. Did I get the joke? No. What? Pans. Oh. That's a dumb joke. That is an old joke. It's the same thing with asexual. I'm sexually attracted to the letter A. That is an old joke. Yeah, same, Alice. I can tell by your profile. I like kitchenware because I'm pan. Oh! Okay. It's still the equivalent of the I'm pansexual because I'm sexually attracted to pans. It's the same joke. You just reworded it. Hello, coastal kestrel. That is a sentence. You have 2 dragon puppets? Nice. Maybe to those who did not hear it before, this dragon is about 6 feet and 8 inches in length. They're very big. Do I watch anime? Some. It's very dependent on what it is. I'm picky. I'm very picky about it. Oh, okay. I refuse to watch Emeche because of the community. Same reason why I'm never gonna watch The Amazing Digital Circus. It's because of the community around it. Never touching it. Also, same with murder drones. Hello, Constellation. I've watched Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is really good. I've watched all of MXTX. Those 3 series. Asking what's wrong with the MHA community is oof. Ooh. Well, that's what I mean. I had a bunch of my work continuously compared to it, saying that I copied, despite my character that was saying it was inspired existed long before Murder Drones ever did. Same with Amazing Digital Circus. People kept saying, "Oh, is it inspired by Amazing Digital Circus? Did you take inspiration from it?" I'm like, nope. It's actually an original design, and now it pisses me off, so I refuse to watch it now because it means that they're chronically online and they cannot understand that if something looks slightly similar, it is not related. I can actually show you the character. So, you know how I showed you guys this guy earlier? So he has wings. His wings look like this. This is part of his armor. People kept continuously asking if he was inspired by murder drones because he has segmented robotic wings. However, I actually looked up the character because I wanted to know who it was. The difference between these and the other character are so vastly large that it genuinely made me upset that people thought that they looked the same. It was like such a massive difference. Same thing goes with Amazing Digital Circus. People kept saying that something I made recently looked like the abstraction or whatever, and so I, of course, looked it up, and they were so unbelievably different from each other that it was quite impressive that it managed to look that they thought it looked identical. They weren't even saying it was inspired. They're like, "Oh, is it that?" And I'm like, "No. If I put them side by side, they look nothing alike." I don't even need to say anything about MHA. That one can speak for itself. Alright, I have to undo all of my stitching now because I messed it up. Oh my god, potatoes! It's my favorite user! Welcome back, potatoes. They have an ESSA. What does that mean? Thank you for stopping in, Skylar. Why did you say it in all caps? ESSA. That clearly stands for something, but what? It stands for Emotional Support Stuffed Animal. I mean, honestly, yeah, kinda. I do have a lot of stuffed animals that I do love dearly. So kind of? It's just a fancy word for comfort plushie, yeah, I figured. There we go. Have to rip all my seams out. It's like, here's the IKEA alien. Good choice. Gotta love the IKEA alien. Alright, thank you for stopping in. His name's Glorp. Nice. won't you break? There it goes. Oh. Well, you're happy to stay. Yeah, I'm not gonna undo all my stitching because it's not necessary to undo all of it. There we go. Okay. My friend has one, and she named it Gleep. So if you put the names together, it's Gleep Glorp. Love that. Beautiful. Okay. Attempt number 2 of doing this. Let's line up. My favorite movie? I don't really know. I don't watch many movies. Furry question mark? Look at my page and you'll get the answer that you wish to see. Alice in Wonderland, nice. You spelled it right, but we spelled it right both times. Nothing changed between both spellings. Read the screen. Why are you in Wonderland? That's pretty crazy. Isn't the queen like the bad person to be with in Wonderland? I do not ever sell on Etsy. Do not sell on Etsy. It says it's a commission, which means that it's not for sale. This is custom purchased. Someone bought this from me to make them for them personally. You're later than late. You're having tea with the Queen of with the Queen of Wonderland? Nice. My day's doing good. Hello, Penelope. It's supposed to like line up with. The commission's been pretty good. We're about a little over halfway done with this thing. We got the body done. We're working on legs. We just gotta finish the wings and the tip of the tail. That should be the last of it, I believe. Favorite food / candy. Thank you for this sub, Rui. Favorite candy. I like gummy candies. I don't like the hard candies. And also nothing sour. Thank you for the subs. How long does it take to make? Well, I have not been commissioned to make a 6-foot dragon plushie before, so this is a first. It's taken a month-ish or so. Month and a half, I'll estimate. I do hand stitch everything, so that has made it a lot slower. See ya, Alice. I was also working on 2 things at once for most of this project. There's that too. I was making a commissioned fursuit while I was also making this, so yeah, I went like back and forth with it, so that's what made it also take longer. Has your hand not collapsed yet? Because I've been doing this for several years. Your hands gain muscle, apparently. Yeah, all my work is hand-stitched only. So this does indeed include all of my fursuit work. There's the body on the floor. God, that is a terrible angle. Jesus. We did just looking at all that. I'll do you one better in a second. Me. Look at my magical threading skills. Hold on, let me tie my thread. I'll show you. Oh my god, my point was just proven as to why I refuse to watch The Amazing Digital Circus. Because of the community. It's not abstraction. It never was and never has been. My point from earlier was literally just proven. It is not. They are arcane wild rune themed. Those are not eyes. Those are clearly not eyes. If you put the 2 things together, you will see that they are nothing alike. That is all I ask. The only thing they share is a few colors. My point was proven in real time again. How lovely. Yeah, so those paws will be sold. I need to finish the matching tail for them, and then they will be sold. So the tail with the paws, and I'm potentially a matching pair of ears is gonna have a starting price of about 2K. There's already a lot of people interested in buying them, so it's first come, first serve. Guess what? What is it? Another person I've not seen in forever. Hello, unknown. Pattern for what specifically? For dragon plushies, not yet. There are plans though. I'm currently having my friend actually test out how good the pattern is on its own. So that before I want to like add parts to it. And it would not be free, no. It would definitely, you would not get the pattern at a size like this. This is like a custom size. You would not get it this big. Wah. House size next? No. Hello, Addie. Doing one at 6 feet was already a lot. I don't think I could do house size. Someone did ask if I could maybe do 8, though, and that person never got back to me, so we may never know if an 8-foot one will exist. Welcome back again, Denki. I think the main thing that pisses me off the most with the abstraction answer is the fact that those paws are so much more detailed than what the abstraction actually looks like. Like, the abstraction looks like TV static. That's what it looks like to me, which makes sense considering what it is. It's TV static. Those don't look like TV static. Train size? That's bigger than house. Hello, Lucky. What's up, my goodie bags? Hello, Miss. Hello, Skylar. Have I watched? Nope, I refuse to watch it. You missed what happened. No, not bigger. Hello, Peyton. The Earth size. No, this is not a make it bigger type of thing. I don't got the money for that material to make it that big. This material is expensive. It's not basic faux fur. This is not basic faux fur right here. This is a very specific fabric that I use. Hello, Silly! Another person I've not seen in forever! I know you're new, Peyton. Hello. The sun size. No, not bigger. Not bigger. If you want to pay for all the fabric for that, then go ahead. And also, like, the 5 years it would probably take me to make it. the universe size. I don't even think I can put that on a size scale. Thank you, James. What do we do in these lives? We vibe. Have I watched Aaron and... No. Sewing takes a lot of time. Thank you for the sub, James. No, do not encourage that. What am I currently watching right now? I just got into Witch Hat Atelier because it looked like it had really good animation, and I wanted to check it out. What I am really hoping for is that the rumors of a TGCF Season 3 are true. That's what I'm hoping for. That's the only thing I'm looking forward to. Read the screen. Your answer is right in front of you. Is this like a musical? Thank you for the sub. Oh my god, my package just got delivered finally. Yay. I just saw the notification. Well, a lot of shows have music in them. Most shows have music in them, actually. It's not exactly uncommon. Another thing I just finished watching was the new season of Free Run. That was really good. Free Run also has amazing music to it. I love the soundtrack for Free Run. I don't think I'm gonna watch something just because it has a good soundtrack in it. There's a lot more that needs to play into it if you want me to watch it. Have I ever hurt myself doing this? Not badly. I don't think I've ever, like, really hurt myself. The most I feel like I ever hurt myself was that I did cut my hand with my electric knife. Not badly, but I did, like, slice my finger a little bit. That's probably, like, the worst I've ever gotten. Not my finger, it was, like, the back of my hand. You have to make so much more sense here, Lucy. What is this show about? A lot of shows have music. A lot of shows are not all music either. And then two step siblings that don't like each other. That's very random. And I've thought about hand sewing a plushie. I only hand sew. I hand sew everything. This includes fursuits. Fursuit stuff is also hand stitched. Hello, your name is random numbers and I don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah, that's how adrenaline works. I don't trust the sewing machine. The sewing machine is scary. Amelia, okay. I was like, when people put, I get like that. It's like the quirky thing to like put like your name with like mix of letters and numbers, but I cannot read that unless it's like super obvious. But yeah, it messes with my brain to see that. Read the screen, please. It's right there. You motivated to start? Nice. Don't share your IRL name on the internet. That's a bad idea. No, I don't. This is the same thing with like a few streams ago where people just started sharing their real ages. Don't do that. From Iceland? That's cool. I had a Czech Republic viewer for a while. I don't know what happened to them. I thought it was really cool though. I'm a child, I can tell, considering that you just openly admitted that you wanted to share your real name. That makes me assume you're a child. That's a little different, Peyton. You trying to flex, Lucy? Hello, Pause Entertainment. That's a good one. Please, the screen. Read the screen. I literally put what I am doing on the screen so that you guys don't need to continuously ask and I don't need to continuously answer the same question over and over. It's right there. Slovakia, that's cool. It's in big text. It's in big purple text. I can't make anything. Last time I made a teddy bear, my bear's head fell off. From Florida, nice. This dragon has a name since it's a commission. I can't remember what their name is at the moment though. It starts with a K. What is their name? Actually, I can see what their name is. Kelros. Their name is Kelros. It's not either. This is not a faux fur, actually. This is a very specific fabric I use for plushies only. This is what it is. Not faux fur. This is faux fur right here. That's faux fur. This is something different. Yeah. That's the tail to this dragon over here. This guy's He had a weird name. I need to remember what his name was. It was also a funky name. What did I just say about sharing your age on the internet? I'm sorry? Do not put your real names or your real age in my chat. Is that fabric thing that kind of... no, it is legitimately a plush fabric. That is what it is called. It's the same stuff that you would use for most plushies, like, whether it's, like, handmade plushies or ones that you would see, like, in, like, any, like, store. It's a very specific type of fabric. Most, like, animal plushies, like fox plushies and, like, wolves and, like, dogs and whatnot will have fabric like this that I'm using. You've said that multiple times, I read it the first time. Hello, Fern. Why are you asking if I swear? What are these questions? Huh? Why do you care? Yeah, I'm gonna flip it over in a second so we can see it a little better. Yeah, I have ADHD too. That does not condone your weird as heck questions. Or you sharing your age or name online. Alright, let's flip it. I have autism, so I can't spell, yet you spelled autism wrong. Don't ever peck yourself with a needle. I've never... like, I've never poked it in my hand bad enough to make, like, myself bleed. However, I have had my needles go through my foot before from stepping on them. Look at the toes! I've got the scale detailing. I've got the thigh right there. Did I make them? You're watching me do it, dude. Did I get surgery? No. I just pulled it out. It's not that serious. There's nothing wrong with ADHD. I've had needles go through my foot multiple times. I've never had it go, like, deep into my foot where I literally could not get it out. That's never happened. But I have had it happen a few times. Hello, Coyote! I remember you. Yeah. This turned out pretty good. It's not bad. Thank you for the sub waffles. Factory are so expensive, so I hope the plush... This is not cheaper, because I have to get this fabric imported. This is called Rex Rabbit plush minky fabric is what this is. I get it imported from Shanghai. It's a very soft, very nice fabric. It feels like rabbit fur, quite literally. It goes, my supplier has it at about, $28 a yard. Looks so clean, tell me your ways. Magic. It's all the magic. I have something really cool though. If you want to see something clean, I'll show you this tail right here. Not want to knock over stuff to get it out. I've got all the spots that I sewed into this guy. I still have that on there. Yeah, this is a hypermotion tail, so it has really good sway to it. It's hard to show with one hand. His head has the same thing, with all the little spots and detail work on him. Same, of course, with these. Oh my god, again with the furry question. Look at my bio. It's that easy. Just look at the bio. Can I show shrimp? You wanna see shrimp? You want to see this guy? That's shrimp's tail right there. The really big one. This is old shrimp. This is his new one. He's very cute. Alright, I gotta get going for today because my phone is about to die. Now you wanna buy a furry? What? I will probably stream tomorrow. I'll hopefully get around to it. But I gotta go for today. This is a pretty long stream though. This is longer than it usually goes. Shrimp Space is not 3D printed. Shrimp Space is expanding foam. This guy is 3D printed up here. That's solid foam. I'll see you all tomorrow though. Hopefully around the same time I'll start it. Bye bye. Before my phone dies.